You guys hear that fan come on? What's real funny is it blows right where I'm welding and blows the CO2 away. So let's just do this. Change the angle a little bit. Good morning, guys, and welcome back. This morning I am mounting the second seat, and yesterday I worked on the shifter a little bit, and I'm hoping it's going to work. I'm going to have to take it for another drive and see. So yeah, let's get the seat mounted and we'll go for a spin. Back in a bit. So one change I'm going to make today is pulling this exhaust off, and I got one with glass packs I'm going to be working on. Another issue is I just drove this thing, and that coupler, it must be the alignment there. One thing I noticed was that there was a little bit of slack. It doesn't grab this shaft as tight as it should. So you ready to drive, Tristan? I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out of there and see if I can't get that to grab a little bit tighter. Maybe this screws, well, look at that, screws a little loose. So hopefully I can fix that shifting, because it was not grabbing third or fourth that time around. So what I have to do with this is the exhaust. Got a couple of glass packs on it. Got to clean it up and paint it. But I got to make these little block offs here. So I got a little 1.5 inch flat bar here, traced out using the gasket as a template. Trace it out. Gonna cut that, drill some holes. Get these are the intake manifold heaters. Gonna get those blocked off. Clean things up, get things painted, and then we're gonna have a new exhaust on the back of that thing also. I'm gonna use that tri-mill exhaust on the 1835 that I'm building for the sand car. So anyways, more work to get done, and I'll bring you back when I'm a little further along. Well guys, bad news on the shifting front. I tightened this guy up because I noticed it was a little loose, and took it out for a spin, and it still will not hit third and fourth. So I just have a feeling I'm gonna have to take this whole shifting mechanism apart and see what's going on. If you look down in here, it's rubbing up against, that's the clutch housing there, clutch cable housing down in there. It goes more back and forth than it does rotate. So it's possible that bushing that's in there is totally worn out, which I'm hoping. The coupler, I mean, that seems to be in good shape. You know, when there's slack in there, you can see it. There's no slack in there. So it's just not rotating far enough that way. Either that or it's inside the shifting mechanism there, the hockey stick. Might be worn and not grabbing first and third on, or third and fourth. Because I go all the way over there. All the way that way. We'll go back and forth, but that's first and second. So how to get more rotation there. You see that damn thing just moving back and forth instead of rotating. So I'm going to take a good look at that bushing in the morning. Probably have to replace the bushing. Hopefully that's it. I don't know whether or not the shift rod isn't bent. And because, you know, who knows what took place here when somebody cut the pan. And you know, when they cut the pan, they had to cut this tube also. Maybe it's just at a funky angle and never worked. But I got to get it working. Anyways, I'm going to put this exhaust on now and we'll see how this baby sounds with some glass packs. A lot quieter than than that tri-mill. I just drove around the neighborhood and some little girl was in her front yard. She was blocking her ears. I was like, oh, well, this is not the vehicle to drive around the neighborhood. So, anyways, let's put a quieter exhaust on there. And that shifting, that's just gonna be another day. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna put this exhaust on. Well, guys, it's a lot quieter with this one. Getting a little tuning issue going on, but yeah, I like that exhaust. Very cool. All right, guys, that is going to be it for today. I got some issues I got to deal with, obviously. The shifting. I'm going to try a new bushing tomorrow. The problem with anything that has to do with the shifting is getting in and out of that tunnel. I wish they made that more of a door that opened up so you could get on in there and work on things, but you know, it's not that way. And I've switched them bushings out before. In fact, I had to redo the whole shifting system with Rally Bug there. And I made the mistake first trying to put the bushing on the shift rod and then putting it in. Big mistake. Didn't work. You got to get in there, you got to put the bushing on there, and then fish the shift rod through there. And it's got to go in through that hole there. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. I don't know if you guys noticed, this thing's running a little rough and a little rich on this side, so I'm going to check the plugs. I might have a foul plug. One thing that's really bugging me is the throwout bearing. It's making some god-awful sound. And even though I use the same type of clutch pressure plate that was in there, I believe that it needs the pressure plate with the little disc on it. this clutch pedal keeps going further and further back. So I have a feeling that I got the wrong pressure plate in there. So I'm going to check into that and put a new throwout bearing on there, because you know that's a bad sound when you hear all squealing and grinding and all sorts of crap. Not a good thing. And this pulley, this is starting to drive me crazy. It just, like somebody on an Instagram post says, that looks like a Lay's potato chips. So anyways, a few things that has to get done still, but it's getting closer. I do like that exhaust system on there. That's cool looking. It's a lot quieter than the tri-mill. The tri-mill, you know, that's for out in the desert when you're not bothering anybody. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for today. We got some work done. Everyone have a good evening, and we'll see you on the next one.